This Giro has been going pretty good so far. Pretty damn good. If you missed the first episode, go back and watch it now because Jorgen Nordhagen is first place. In the Maglia Rosa, I've no idea how we've done it. Well, if you go back and watch the previous episode, you'll see. Anyway, the point is, we are over a minute clear in the pink jersey ahead of Matteo Jorgensen, and Joao Almeida look completely off the pace on Gran Sasso d'Italia. We've already achieved our objective of 3 stage wins at the race, which means we're free. We're free to go and challenge for the GC. After a crazy finish on Gran Sasso d'Italia, it truly was. We have a hilly finale today with some steep pitches, the Cappuccini climb before the final time trial of the race, and that is going to be crucial, 34 kilometers. Over about half the distance on stage 1, Nordhagen lost over 2 minutes to Almeida and Jorgensen, so our lead is far from safe. 2 more sprint stages, an interesting one into Rivoli, and then a massive mountain day on Crans-Montana. And we certainly have potential for a GC shake-up today. The Cappuccini climbed twice with some steep pitches in there. Jorgensen is the favourite. Almeida is nowhere after his shocker on Gran Sasso d'Italia. So I would now say it's definitely somewhat up to us to control these stages on the front. That is exactly what we are doing to this 9-rider breakaway, but no one really dangerous in the GC. I think 18 minutes is the closest rider to Nordhagen. So to be honest, I am happy for these guys to go up the roads. And if they do, Mauro Schmid is a huge favourite for the stage. Anyway, here we go into the Cappuccini climb for the first time today. Not long climbs today, but we do have some very steep gradients indeed. I'm going to put our guys on the front to try and make this a little bit more difficult. Okay, but Levy and Versnes on the front putting the hammer down. Let's drop it to 87. We don't need to go crazy. And this peloton is stretched on the Monte della Cesani as Blikra is dropped as well. We are getting some help. The likes of Jordi Meus, not really going to make a massive difference going uphill. So 14k to go ahead. Versnes and Levy still working hard on the front, but it's still almost 3 minutes to that early breakaway. Like I said, Mauro Schmid surely is going to win from here. And here we go, onto the Cappuccini climb for the final time today. To be honest, I'm not really interested in being aggressive here, just trying to stay in position to the front with Nordhagen, Letnesund, and as many guys as possible. And that is what we're doing over the top. Tiller and Johannesson pacing really hard now into this descent. Nordhagen, a pretty awful descender, get to the wheel of Letnesund's. Anyway, up the road, we're about to see the stage win decided. It is Mauro Schmid leading out Mercer. Knots can't follow, Kirsch can't get through, and Schmid is going to win it, or is he going to be beaten on the line? Zandro Mercer wins the stage. Tiller and Fisher Black lead the peloton across the line. So I was wrong in my prediction. Zandro Mercer wins from the breakaway, but we do have a split in the peloton behind. You can see pretty big gap here of over 30 seconds. Gaudu was caught out, Bardet was caught out as well. But crucially, Bahrain Victorious was sleeping today because Jack Haig and Chris Harper, who won on Gran Sasso d'Italia, was top 3 in the GC, finishes 81st, and he now falls to 5th place. So some minor changes in the GC. Bernal onto the podium. I'd love him to get a podium all those years after that crash, but importantly, Nordhagen stays first. And note it down, guys, 1 minute and 9 to Jorgensen, 2 minutes 46 to Almeida. Those guys, of course, the best of the GC riders, but looking at Jorgen Nordhagen, 69 TT. We're gonna suffer. We need to hope for a big day, and we need to try and cling on to as much time as possible. Oh my word, Pippo Ganna has just gone first by almost 3 minutes. That is crazy. So we've been managing things in the background so far, but Andreas Letnesund is underway. 4 minutes 12 in the GC, he's in the top 10. And we've done it. We've somehow done it, but Jorgen Nordhagen gets another great day, a +3 day in the Maglia Rosa. 73 time trial. It's not great, but hopefully we can reduce our losses. Louis Meintke 71st through that first check, but it's the man behind him. We want to see Joao Almeida 53 seconds behind Ganna, but he is second at that first split. Matteo Jorgensen through that first checkpoint behind Joao Almeida, but only by 10 seconds, and surely gaining so much time on every other GC rider. Hopefully not too much on Jorgen Nordhagen. Let's see here. He is 49th at 1 minute 54. Okay, so still virtually in pink, but just about. Letnesund, by the way, at 3 minute 50, but 33rd through checkpoint 3, gaining time on the likes of Jack Haig. And here comes Letnesund. It's a really aggressive negative split for Andreas Letnesund. We're going to die a little too early. Unfortunate from me, but 31st across the line. 4 minutes 30 on Ghana. Second checkpoint for Jorgen Nordhagen, 45th, 3 minutes 13. And now he is outside of the pink jersey with Jorgensen at 1:49. Anyway, Haig about to cross the line, but so is Joao Almeida, making up for his shocker on Gran Sasso d'Italia. He goes second place. 2 minutes 25 behind Ghana. We need to be within about 5 minutes to hold off Almeida today. Anyway, I want to see Jorgensen cross the line now. Where does he go? Does he close on Almeida in the finish? He loses about 30 seconds to Almeida. The final 2K is excruciating for Nordhagen, trying to give everything under the Flamme Rouge, up to 85, up to 90, let's go 95, up to 99, all the way to the line. How much time do we lose? Ghana with one of the time trial performances in history in cycling, winning by 2 minutes 25 today, but Almeida and Jorgensen bounce back in the GC. And we have a new pink jersey wearer. Jorgensen almost a minute clear of Nordhagen, and he was almost caught by Almeida, who was 2 minutes 46, I think, behind before this stage. That is crazy. But 45th place in the end for Nordhagen. We beat the likes of Egan Bernal, who has the same time trial stats, so not a terrible time trial, you have to say. But essentially now we have a reset. We have one more final mountain time trial remaining, but this race is going to be decided now in the mountains with Almeida, Nordhagen, and Jorgensen looking good. Lipovitz has kept himself in there, and then we have the chasers behind. But some news before heading into the next stage, and it's not good. Apart from Blickra on his fitness peak, that is good, but Rasmus Tiller not in a great situation with an illness. And to give the technical medical term, a great big cold that is going to handicap him a bit more. Oh dear. But hopefully he can get through this sprinters stage, some climbing at the beginning, but this is going to be a mass sprint. And after his stint in pink, Nordhagen now in the white jersey, looking pretty splendid, I have to say. No easy stages at the Giro. The tempo has been on in this finale, and look at our guys' energy. We are suffering just in the wheels in the peloton. Things are stretched here into the final 9K, but we have Freddy Dversnes, Levi, Fredheim and Blickra all ready to launch their sprint. Blickra, it's finally his time today. I think he's got enough energy on that +3. He better be. Okay, 5K to go. Dversnes is now done for the day. Levy up to maybe 90, 92. Don't want to go too early. We're right on the front here. Kirsch is here. Where is the Ciclamino jersey? There he is. Johnny Milan. Now we can go Levy. 2.5k to go. It's a long, flat run into the line. Fredheim is going to have to go 99 before sprinting here. 1.4k to go. I've launched at the same time accidentally. Blickra has gone too early. Or has he? He's gone too early. Accidentally launching at the same time as Fredheim. Caden Groves takes the win ahead of Milan, but to be fair, it's our best sprint of the race so far. Timmsoski.exe broke for a little while there. I did not mean to sprint at the same time with Blickra and Fredheim. Anyway, really happy with the result. Groves defeating the mighty Johnny Milan, who by the way is miles clear in the Ciclamino jersey. And more news coming in between stages because Nordhagen has finally hit his fitness peak at the perfect time to peak for the end of the race. But Alex Kristoff goes down with a grazed elbow. Okay, he should be fine. And it is transfer dossier time. I'm only going to add one rider in this round, Freddie Wandal. We're going to open dossiers with him. A rider I really like. Great stamina, very well-rounded. He would be a great addition to the team. And Pedersen and Lund Andreasen, their interest needs to improve a lot. And I am fearing their dossier points of 12 will increase in future periods. So I'm holding 4 points back for now. A second sprint stage in a row, and again a massive one, 214 kilometers into Tortona. Johnny Milan is the favourite, but maybe Groves is the man in form. So we heard a couple days ago that Rasmus Tiller has a really bad cold, but this is one thing I'm not really sure about regarding PCM and the illness system, because he's somehow on a great day. Pluses for all his attributes. But if he was truly ill, I would want to see -5s on all his attributes because he should be suffering through an illness and just trying to get through these stages, not being a key rider in our lead out today. Oh my word, it's a disaster. Jorgen Nordhagen has crashed in the white jersey. He's out the back 2 minutes behind. I'm dropping my entire team back to help him. Hopefully we can get back on here, and luckily it's on a sprint stage, but obviously the entire team get around Jorgen right now. Okay, here we go. Let's pace at 95 and get him back in now. Come on, guys. Get him back in and we're going to do it. Okay. Whew. Crisis just about averted. But that just shows just how quickly everything can change in a Grand Tour. Anyway, a huge Red Bull train to our right hand side, a huge Jayco train as well with Groenewegen on our left. We have Johansen with the Ciclamino jersey. It's sprint time here. And there's no one really fighting for Johnny Milan's wheel. So, Erlan Blikra, go and take that wheel. Go and take it. He is now on the wheel of the Ciclamino jersey. Okay, Gegenhardt blocks him. Now strong on that wheel. Let's get there. Come on, get to the Ciclamino jersey's wheel. 10k to go. Then we'll try and sprint with Rasmus Tiller. Tiller can sprint despite being ill, and Blikra can be led out by Lidl Trek. So we have two options in today's sprint. Blikra can always switch back to Tiller now in the final 5k, but look at this massive highway leading us to the finish. Nordhagen still in a pretty good position, looking fine. Maglia a little too far back for his liking, surely. Then it's Milan still trying to fight for his teammate's wheel. Anyway, 2.5k to go. Fredheim up to 99. Blikra in a great position. So is Tiller. So is Levy. Okay, Levy can go. Tiller on his wheel. Blikra has sadly been blocked in a little bit. Tiller going for the line. Blikra around this final corner. We've gone too late considering the corners, and Johnny Milan, it was the right wheel. We just couldn't stay there. I feel like the tactic was right today. We just couldn't pull it off. Anyway, finally we hit the hills again into Rivoli today. I'm not expecting a massively selective day with the Colle Breda, maybe a breakaway day as well, but let's make sure we don't lose time in the GC. That's the priority. And I want to try and get some riders in today's breakaway. Like I said, I think it could be a breakaway win today. So I want to give our riders the opportunity. So attack starting to go. William Bloom-Levy, I think could be our guy. The pink jersey comes to the front, signals that's it. 3 minutes to today's breakaway, 6 riders up the roads. And in that group, Vincenzo Albanese, a great sprinter, good climber in Lopez, Mari Schmid, Harry Sweeney, Patrick Conrad, and William Bloom-Levy. A pretty good breakaway, to be fair. Don't believe it, he's crashed again. Jorgen Nordhagen proving to be pretty crash happy. Luckily, okay, he is back on his bike, and I think we can just kick right back onto the back of the peloton. There you go. Stop crashing, please, my man. I was about to say, are we going to witness another Chris Harper masterclass? But he's just crashed. Anyway, the Colle Breda is about to begin. Here we go. 11k, not too steep, particularly at the beginning, but the second half does get more steep, so we're going to wait until then. And Levy, unfortunately, not going to be a very valuable satellite rider. He's got nothing left. Terrible day for Harper. He crashes again, now right at the back of this peloton, which is moving fast now as we come to the front. Only 3k to go. Not going to be a selective day on the Colle Breda. We want a sprint, maybe force Jan Fredheim. There's Levy, he's caught. We want to try and bring in this breakaway and potentially drop some pure sprinters at the back of this group. Oh my word, Chris Harper is done. He has cracked over the Colle Breda. Brutal for the blue jersey wearer. He is going to lose his top 10. Over the top of the climb we go. More riders, drops Lund Andreasen. And importantly, the Ciclamino jersey is out the back. Perfect. Caden Groves is gone too. And we only have 62 riders left. So we've descended the climb. Almeida, by the way, right at the back of this group. But the Ciclamino jersey and Caden Groves are behind. But look at the pace in this group. Alpecin want to bring Groves back, and I think they're going to do it. Bahrain helping out. Come on, guys. It's our former teammate, Torsten Train, helping out his former team. Let's go. Anders Johannesson giving it everything with Torsten Train to try and keep the barrage behind of Caden Groves and Johnny Milan in this group. But Groves looks pretty cooked, to be fair. Milan can't keep up, and I think we're going to hold them off. Come on, this is a great chance. Jan Fredheim is going to try and sprint for victory here with Rasmus Tiller helping to lead him out into the final 5k. Let's move up. Astana all over the front here. There's Groschartner, but Fredheim in the wheels, waiting on Rasmus Tiller. We're getting blocked in. Move to the left now. Move to the left now. Come on, 1.4k to go. I've left it too late, have I? I've left it too late. Fredheim trying to surge onto the wheel of Bettiol, coming off it. But Alberto Bettiol wins it for Astana, and Fredheim has to settle for an agonising second place. Oh damn, I wanted that one so bad. I thought we played it to perfection, but we were too far behind in the finale. Bettiol, not the best sprinter on paper, but he has the kick, and he beat Fredheim. Astana played it better, what can I say? But we did have a selective day in the end. Johnny Milan was dropped. Caden Groves was dropped, but also Chris Harper, 6 minutes down, drops completely out of GC contention. Remember, he won from the GC group on Gran Sasso d'Italia. Onto Crans-Montana, just 74k, but we have two massive mountains with a little valley in between. This stage was shortened due to weather in real life, but it's going to be a huge day in the GC. Almeida has been terrible in the mountains so far. Jorgensen in pink has looked better, and Nordhagen has looked pretty good as well. He doesn't make the favourite screen. Let's prove them wrong. This is a pure climber's paradise, and I want a rider in the breakaway today. Anders Johannesson on a +3 alongside Letnesson and Nordhagen, so a great day for the team. But come on, Anders, join this breakaway up the roads. By the way, who remembers Pino being heartbroken on this stage in real life? I think it was Ina Rubio who beat him. So everyone needs to get around Jorgen Nordhagen to protect his white jersey today. Our goal again, not lose any time to Jorgensen in pink. Okay, Anders has made it to the front of the race, but he's completely cooked. There are 9 riders here. I think Gegenhardt, probably the best climber, 4 minutes back to the peloton. Right, we're in the valley before Crans-Montana. Nordhagen looking fine with some teammates still around him, and Visma, they look set on controlling this stage for Jorgensen. Johannesson, he's 48 seconds behind the lead of the race. Okay, we can try and get back in here to the front 6 riders. So Simon Guglielmi leads the race onto Crans-Montana. These guys are going to fight it out for the stage, I think. I reckon I'd like Gegenhardt to win this, but we're not worried about that. Johannesson, he's going to be a satellite rider up the road. Come on, Nordhagen, it's your time. Campenaerts and Van Dijk on the front for Red Bull and Visma. Nordhagen dropping a little bit in the group, but we're just trying to save energy in the wheels at the moment. Oh, I'm nervous, not going to lie. 8k to go. Come on, Nordhagen. Gegenhardt attacks at the front, trying to drop the rest of the breakaway for the stage. 6k to go for Nordhagen. We're struggling a bit for energy, getting blocked as well now, too far back in this group. Do we have an attack? I think we do. It's Egamber now, 5th place in GC, but Visma still have 3 domestiques on the front. At the front, they're still dicing it out for the stage win. 4k to go. Don't think it's going to be too selective today. Letnesson, you can now, I think, okay, we're going to wait a second, and Letnesson at 3k to go can now focus on Jorgen Nordhagen. Fisher Black now pacing, but now still out front, but he doesn't have a big gap at all. I would love to see who's going to win this. It's Gegenhardt, Mühlberger, Higuita and Guglielmi. I think Gregor Mühlberger. Nope, maybe Higuita, not sure. Anyway, we need to look behind now because Letnesson and Nordhagen need to move up. Under the Flamme Rouge, come on, let's stay to the wheel of Matteo Jorgensen, sprinting to try and get there. Okay, now Nordhagen, try and sprint past Letnesson, take that wheel of Jorgensen, sprint for the line, giving everything, and I think we're all going to be in the same group here. But again, Almeida, I think he's going to be dropped, looking awful in the mountains. Gregor Mühlberger wins on Crans-Montana, but Jorgensen looking fantastic at this Giro, and we do get a split in the group. Nordhagen manages to follow Jorgensen. That is crucial. And everyone else behind George Bennett loses time, including Andreas Letnesson, but surprisingly, Joao Almeida, 46th place on the day. So we do gain some time on Almeida. He's now 118. I think he was 105 before, but Almeida, he looks terrible in the mountains. He is not really, I think, going to challenge for this Giro. But Jorgensen looks fantastic, and I think he's the man to beat. Anyway, we want to keep a particularly close eye on Florian Lipovitz. He's our main danger in that white jersey. But that is for next time, guys. I am loving this Giro d'Italia. If you are too, drop a like down below on the video. Subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.